have a very close relationship with Jodine and her sons, which also happen to be my godsons. My godson was exhibiting some behaviors, and I took him for a weekend just to see what was going on and how he was doing. And I asked him how his day in school was. He said that it was okay, and I said, why are you having some difficulties and behaviors and stuff like that? Like, why are you hurting? And then he told me that another classmate was touching his no-no spot in school. And then I asked, were any grown-ups, and he says, not in school. And I said, at home? And he was kind of quiet. And that's when it came out that Bonnie was the one who had molested him. So I said, was it like how we would help you dry after a bath with a towel? And he says, no, she took me out of the tub and touched my no-no spot. 2 days later, I took him home after our weekend together, and I sat with Jodine and told Jodine what had happened. My godson was not in the room at the time because I wanted to tell her without him there. So then we called him downstairs and we showed him some pictures of the family, and he pointed to Bonnie, and that's when he said, Aunt Bonnie touched me. I felt sick. I felt disgusted that Bonnie could touch a child. Bonnie is white trash with a history of statutory rape in the past, and she was charged with raping a boy. It was in the papers. It makes me think that she would do anything like this to anybody, including her nephew. Bonnie has the drug history, criminal history, and a history of rape. She needs to go back with the criminals where she belongs.
She is just out to get my sister's kids because she can't have her own kids, and it's just accusation. She's out to ruin my life.
Well, why would she want to ruin your life?
Because she don't like Jodine's side of the family. I never met this woman. I never talked to this woman, and she's coming out with all these accusations and everything about me.
Do you believe that your nephew said this?
No, I do not. I think she planted it in my nephew's head.
Yeah. So you say that you didn't touch your nephew.
I never touched my nephew.
In any sexually inappropriate way.
Never.
You're alone with your nephew?
I was never alone with him. I was with him and other children babysitting.
Okay. When your nephew sees you now, how does he react?
He wants to see me. He misses me.
Yeah. Have you ever been accused of sex with a minor in the past?
Yes, I have. But I was never convicted of it. I was convicted of endangering the welfare of a child.
So, in 2005, you were charged with statutory rape, right?
Yes.
Third degree rape and endangering the welfare of a child.
Yes.
What happened?
I had sex with a 16-year-old.
And how old were you?
32. 32 or 35.
Well, 32 or 35.
Right.
Can you explain why you had sex with a 6-year-old boy?
Because I was told he was 21.
Oh, okay. So somebody said that
Yes.
he was 21.
Yes.
And at no time were you suspicious?
No.
Like he's got his high school jacket on?
Nope. I didn't know that. Because you can't have your own.
So you believe that Bonnie molested the little boy?
I believe my godson, and that's what he told me.
What exactly did he say that Bonnie did?
He said, first of all, when it was done, it was a different that was said when this original story came out.
First he said there was somebody at school, right?
Yes, first it happened at school, a thing, and then it went in because his behaviors were very, very similar because of my past with my education, my history, my certificates, all this stuff. I know what I'm looking for, okay? And I wasn't even looking for anything. A radar went off, a gut went off. He's peeing the bed. He's wetting the floor. He's having temper tantrums. He's hitting his mother. He's calling his mother names. He's calling his father names.
So that's got something to do with me?
No, it has to do with the fact that those are behaviors of a child being sexually abused.
So
how did it go from a kid at school to Aunt Bonnie?
What happened is that this is where I actually said the word grown-ups. And when I said the word grown-ups, that's when, and then I said, did anything happen at home? And I said, Mommy, no. Daddy, no. Then I mentioned and that's when he says, she did it. And I said, what did she do? She goes, she got me out of the tub and touched my no-no spot. That was it. It wasn't even Bonnie in the beginning. That came out later.
But if a took a child out of a bathtub, wouldn't they wipe the child and wipe their private parts?
I asked him that. I asked him.
But Steve, I never bathed these kids.
Wait, I asked him,
Was she drying you off like mommy or daddy would dry you off after you have a bath? And he says, no, she took me out of the tub and touched my no-no spot. Just like that. I even asked him.
After Heather told me about the situation, what was going on, about my sister touching my son, I had pulled all of the pictures down and he kept pointing to Bonnie. Called Bonnie up and I had said to her, well, this is what my son is saying. And she said, no, that ain't true, that ain't true. Everybody thinks that it was put into his head by Heather. It hurt me, I just broke down. Like, it really bothered me, you know, knowing that that's my sister. And I didn't know what to do. Since I've heard this, I have not allowed Bonnie around my children. I have to take my son's word over anybody's word. I'm gonna take my kid's word over anybody's word. Bonnie has a rape charge, and I don't know too much about that, you know, I was young. Heather had found out about the molestation on a Friday. She did not let me know until 2 days later. It really bothers me because she should have picked up a phone and called me the day that my son had told her. I mean, I love Heather and everything, but it's just, why didn't you tell me the day that he had told you, you know? If Heather is lying and I find out that she put that in my child's head, I probably would have to walk away from Heather. I guess there ain't no friendship anymore. And if Bonnie molested my son, I will be pressing charges against Bonnie.
I would say this. If one of my kids were somewhere and they confide into an adult that they were molested, I would hope that person would tell me right away and not wait 2 days. I mean, you have your reason. I'm not saying you're completely wrong, but I'm just saying as a parent, I think you'd want to find that out right away and not wait a while, right?
Probably yes.
Yeah. All right. But you came here and took a lie detector test whether you're making this up.
Yes.
Okay. Heather, you came here and we asked you, did you in any way fabricate the story that your godson was sexually abused? You answered no. Did you in any way coach your godson to say he was sexually touched or abused? You answered no. The results came back the same to each of those two questions, and it came back that Heather told the truth. But that doesn't make you, you know, little kid person touching. Okay, so you came here, Bonnie, and you took a lie detector test.
Yes, I did.
And we asked you, did you at any time have any physical sexual contact with your nephew for sexual gratification? You answered no. Did you at any time sexually touch your nephew? You answered no. The results for your lie detector test came back that you told the truth.
Yeah! Thank you. Thank you.
Remember,
Please don't ever talk bad.
wasn't first.
Please don't ever talk bad about me in your life again. Thank you.
The one thing is Bonnie passed her lie detector test, which obviously is good because you're very close to your sister. But, you know, Heather's here and, she took a lie detector test and she told the truth. I think you have to explore, like, with the school.
I gotta figure out what's going on with him, Steve.
Yeah, because if your boy did say to Heather that this was happening, I think you got to really look at it and find out what's going on with your son. Did you ask your son what was going on?
I sure did.
And what did he tell you?
Like I said, I pulled down all the pictures, Steve.
But he said somebody touched me.
And he said that he did it.
Right.
And
That's
with
what
her
made you.
record, I did not want to just go to the police,
Right.
So I reached out to you for help.
Well, I'm glad that you passed,
Thank you.
obviously. But I think that you should definitely get in touch with the school. Because if he's getting bullied or something's happening there, you got to explore that possibility because, she didn't do it, but maybe somebody is.
It's got to be done somewhere.
Right.
And I got to figure out where.
Yeah, you might want to contact the police also. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.